Hello everyone and welcome back to the XRP Insider channel. As always, this is another movie about XRP. Hope everyone is having a great day no matter where they are in the world. We'll talk about XRP today. First, I need to talk about the industry's call for a UK stablecoin strategy. This comes after the Chancellor's recent comments about reform and her promise to support blockchain-based tokenized securities and stablecoins. The letter, Seizing the Stablecoin Advantage, a national strategy for the UK, talks about how the UK could make stablecoins an important part of digital financial infrastructure and take advantage of the technological, strategic, and economic benefits of this rapidly growing market. This would make the UK more competitive in the global financial services industry, support the government's big plan to grow the economy. If stablecoins are limited in the UK, would they give up a digital currency issued by the central bank? Are they going to move more toward a stablecoin like the ones we use in the US? As you can see, the only thing that makes a stablecoin different from a digital currency released by a central bank is the issuer. A digital currency that the Federal Reserve issues in the US is called a central bank digital currency. Any coin that is made by Ripple is called a stable coin. That's the main difference. I'm looking forward to seeing what the UK does next. This also makes it possible for Ripple to launch a stable coin in the UK. The SEC just accepted Shattering Title Trust's application for the Defiance Leverage Long Plus Income XRP ETF. Now, more applications for XRP ETF are being sent in one after the other. You see, BlackRock will definitely make money from this, and by 2032 or 2034, $96 trillion will have been made. This is the largest family wealth event in all of human history. Take a chance and listen to Raoul here. Based on what I've seen, the crypto market is now worth $4 trillion. I think we'll reach 100 trillion by 2032 or 2034 if we use the present growth rate as a guide and assume that it slows down over time. $100 billion. That means $96 trillion will be made. It's about time for $46 trillion to be made, which is something I say all the time to show how stupid I am. It's the biggest event in the history of the world that has ever made people rich. It can be fractionalized. That is the same thing to a rice worker in the Philippines as it is to a person on Fifth Avenue. This is an amazing chance to go back to what we were talking about. You're ahead of the organizations and get to do all of this. I totally agree with what you said. You are also the best at macro financial research, as you know, and I'll never question the work you did on this one. You can call me stupid. You have done it many times, but here's the thing. I've never really called you a fool. Yes? I will never call you a fool, but I do think it is very important to point out that this is a really misunderstanding of change evolution. It will stay that way for a while longer, but this isn't just about social. This is bigger than a phone. The internet is being fixed up so that we can all use it. The internet is taking in value and the flow of value like never before. We can also look at it in a more general way. And you know, it's okay if reporters are crazy about fartcoin. It's only a small part of it. It seems like you don't understand what safe coins are for. You're not seeing what Bitcoin is really for. You're not getting what these DeFi systems are really offering. That's okay too. Think about fartcoin. That's like, I don't care. Yes? It seems like the only thing I could do with the MoonPay team going forward is build against the trend line we're following. That's why I'm so optimistic and excited about the next year. It's a tough question to ask me because every morning I'm so excited to get to work and build. There will be an investment of $100 trillion in this area before 2032 or 2034 as planned. You know, remember that the World Economic Forum wants $867 trillion in tokenized assets by 2030. As long as Bitcoin is used for something, they have to try to sneak it in. There will be more and more worth in this area every year. Bitcoin will also be used on all of these other networks, and it will finally turn into a tokenized asset. BlackRock is likely to start a front-runner plan that aims to start with Bitcoin ETFs. They will tokenize all of them at some point, but this is so big that it's bigger than social media, phones, and the internet combined. I can't stress this enough. This is a chance that will never come up again. It's a red day today, so everyone complains and whines. Why doesn't XRP move? Now is the time to act. In the background, everything I'm talking about is being built out. This includes everything we need for tokenization, security, and cross-border payments within the country, small payments. Since this is all being built while everyone is so focused on the price right now, a lot of people will be shocked before we even get to the high points of XRP. Value can be moved from one person to another and from one country to another. Because South Korean buyers buy and sell XRP, they are talking about a $68 million transfer that involved 23 million XRP. They say that this was moved to buy the dip maybe on XRP since the price has dropped to $3. But when is that likely to be bought? As the $68 million could definitely change the price of XRP, or is this all just guesswork? Everyone sees these transfers, so they know right away what's going on in the background, even though they don't know where the transfers are going or coming from. We're not sure about ODL, but this could be used. So what? Instead of making any assumptions, why don't we wait and see what happens with the price of XRP over the next few days? They have to lock some of these wacko animals up in a protected orange room when they find out about it. Everyone will cry, men and women of all ages. Bitcoin was never there. It was always XRP. Pay attention to this. Also, I think it's important to add that BlackRock is a good company to look at since they have both the Bitcoin ETF and the Ethereum ETF. Then you could see that Bitcoin's story is simple. The story is strong. Ethereum doesn't have a story. What is it? Why? Like none of the other EM coins have a story. The money out there. It was just recently that BlackRock said they wouldn't be making a Solana or any of the other coins. They're not going to offer ETFs for any of those, including XRP. They'll stick with it, and they'll stick with a Bitcoin one in particular. Heck, even Coinbase, right? That's why they keep making these great Bitcoin. The public tries to keep everyone from noticing the trouble going on behind the scenes, which is why things are that way. I'll let you know when BlackRock opens the job. XRP ETF.